And we are live. As usual, there's our yoga mascot, Alice, here to join the party. All right, I'm just gonna pull up the chat on my phone here. There we go. Hello. Welcome to Monday Beginner Flow. We'll get started in a couple minutes here. If you have 2 blocks, toss those up by the top of your mat because they will come in handy later. Yeah, that's all the equipment you'll need. Tonight we are doing a desk job relief flow. So for those of you who have been sitting at your desks typing away all day, like me, this will be a great one for you. We're gonna open up the wrists, the neck, shoulders, hips. We're going to try and do all of that in 30 minutes. What do you think, Alice? You've been working hard all day. Ah, yes, you must be exhausted. A cat's job never ends. Oh my gosh, 6:59 already. All right. All right, everybody, I will do my little introduction since it's 6:59 and then we will get moving. Welcome to Beginner's Flow. My name is Rachel. We're here every Monday for 30 minutes at 7 p.m. Atlantic Daylight Time. And today we're going to be doing a little desk job relief flow, opening up the wrists, shoulders, neck, and hips. Roll out your mat. Stick 2 blocks by the top if you have them. If you don't, no worries. We're gonna start lying down. So if you have your blocks, grab them for a little block supported position. We're gonna I'll come a little closer and show you. One is gonna be for your back and one is going to be to support your head. So I'm gonna place one down on its medium height and one up on its highest height. Line this bottom one up on my mid upper back. The other one is underneath the head. Perfect. From here, I'll take the bottoms of the feet together, knees wide. You can let the arms fall wherever they're comfortable. You could take them out to a T. You could leave them down by your sides. We'll take a couple of breaths here, letting the gravity open the shoulders and open the hips. Really let the exhales relax everything down. I find sometimes in this position I feel my shoulders crunching forward. I try to think about letting them relax down towards the mat. 5 more rounds of breath. Great, take one more full breath here. Great. Alice, you're blocking the way here. Let's stay where we are for a second. Draw the arms up along the ears, reach them up, and then drag them back down along the sides. Great. Take one more big stretch overhead. And down by the sides. And if you're propped up on those blocks, gently roll off to one side to get those blocks out of there and then recline back onto the back. will be flat on the ground this time. And we'll bring the knees up towards the chest. Great. Take those hands to the shins, knees go wide. Take a little rock side to side here. And recentering the back on the mat. Let's let this left leg open up to the left side. Once it can't fall anymore, the right leg will chase it all the way over to fall into a twist. Arms can open up to a T, or they can reach up overhead. Alice, I feel like you're in the way there. Although you can see me. Great. We're gonna pick this right leg up, start to open it up to the right side. Once it can't go any further on its own, left leg will chase it all the way over to a twist on the right. Great, we'll do one more in each direction. Open that left leg up as far as it'll go on its own. Right leg chases all the way into your twist. Awesome, last time, open that right leg. Left leg chases all the way over to your twist. Great, let's bring that back to center. Plant those feet on the ground and extend the right leg up to the sky. You can have this leg straight or bent. We'll take the hands to the thigh, to the calf, or to the foot, wherever's comfortable for you, and do some little circles with the ankles. Switch your direction. Great. Let's take a nice strong flex into this right foot. Cross right ankle over left thigh. Great. Knitting the ribs together, low back pulls into the mat as we pick this left leg up, strong flex into both feet. Great. Normally we would reach through and grab the back of this left thigh, but we're not going to do that. We're going to keep a strong core, pull the low back into the mat, and think about actively pushing this right knee away from you. So we're opening the hips nice and active instead of passively pulling. Great. Hold here for 3, 2, 1. The left leg replaces down on the mat. We'll uncross, plant the right foot, send the left leg up. Grab anywhere on the leg that's accessible. Feel free to keep a generous bend if you like, and go with some of those ankle circles. And switching your direction. And finishing off in a nice strong flex in that left foot. Cross the left ankle over right thigh this time. Pull that low back into the mat, engage your core as you pick this right leg up, flexing into both feet. Actively drive this left knee away from you. Awesome. Hold here for a breath in. And a breath out. Bring that right leg back down to the ground. We'll uncross, bring both knees up towards the chest. Slide the hands into the knee pits. Contract the core around the spine. Take a little rock up to a seat. We're going to come right up to a Baddha Konasana butterfly pose. Take bottoms of the feet together, knees wide. Sit up nice and tall, breath in. With an exhale, hinging forward, keeping a flat spine here as long as you can. Think about reaching the chest past the feet. Once you can't go any further with a long spine, let it round and fold. We're going to do that one more time. Inhale, roll it up to a seat. Exhale, hinge forward, flat spine as long as you can hold it. Try and squeeze those shoulder blades together. And then exhaling to round. Great. Inhale, roll it all the way back up. And we'll take those hands to the outside of the legs, gently close them. Plant the feet a little wider than hip width distance. Hands come right behind you, and windshield wipe the legs side to side. Just like when we were on the ground, let one leg open as much as it can before the other leg chases. So we get a nice hip opening. Great. The next time both of the knees are to the left, we'll keep them there. Right hand finds left thigh. Take the gaze over the left shoulder for a twist. Great. Inhale, bring it back to center. We'll windshield wipe all the way over to the other side. This time, left hand finds the right thigh. Exhale, twist, gaze over the right shoulder. And inhale, bring it back to center. Great. We're going to tuck those legs off to one side and make our way to a tabletop position. Coming to all fours, hands and knees, wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. Spread the hands nice and wide, and with your next inhale, we'll reach the heart space forward. Squeeze the shoulder blades together and down the back. And with an exhale, do the opposite. Round the spine and contract, and chin tucks towards chest. Great. Take a few more of these cat-cows, inhaling forward and exhaling back, starting to get some movement into the spine. One more breath here. And then we'll bring it back to a neutral spine, tucking the toes, sitting back on the heels, broken toe pose. Awesome, let's get into some little neck stuff here, shall we? We're gonna take the hands behind the back. Interlace the fingers to make this fist, and then take this fist over by your left side body. Great, if this left elbow is winging out, we're gonna draw that in, and then we're gonna knock left ear towards left shoulder. And finding a nice opening in the right side. And you can remain still here, or if you like, you can gently trace nose to shoulder and nose to sky. Moving really slow and gentle on the neck. Great, let's slowly bring the head back to neutral. Take this fist, swish it all the way over to your right side. Draw that right elbow in, and right ear knocks towards right shoulder. If you did so on the other side, playing with bringing nose to shoulder and nose to sky. Great, slowly bringing the head back to a neutral position. Release those hands. We'll crawl it forward back to our tabletop position. Untuck the toes, take a little tap, shake that off. And then we'll retuck them. Inhale, reach the heart space forward. Gaze ahead, squeeze those shoulder blades. Exhale, keep those toes tucked, take it up and back, downward facing dog. Great, once you arrive here, take a little pedal out through the feet, move the hips side to side. You can let the head hang heavy here. You can give it a little shake no, a little shake yes. Taking a few breaths to explore in your down dog. While you're here, think about pressing equally through the hands and the feet. Externally rotate through the shoulders to shine that elbow pit forward. Draw the low ribs in. And bend the knees as much as you need to lengthen through your spine here. Great, take 2 more breaths here. Awesome. Let's take a nice slow walk to the top of the mat, meeting in a forward fold. Once you arrive here, feet should be hip width distance and parallel. We want nice soft knees. Feel free to take a generous bend here. Let the head hang heavy. Tuck the chin towards the chest. And with an inhale, we'll find our first halfway lift, rising to a nice long spine. Hands come to the shins. They can come to the thighs. They can come to your blocks. Roll those shoulders away from the ears. And exhale, fold. Let's do that again. Inhale, find your halfway lift. Show me a nice long spine. And this time with your exhale, think about keeping that long spine as long as you can before you round and fold, just like in our butterfly earlier. One more time. Inhale, find that halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. And exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Great. This time with an inhale, soften into the knees. Let's roll it all the way up to standing. Sweep the arms up overhead. With an exhale, open twist to the right. We're going to backstroke this right arm, open the arms to, that cat just scared me. Open the arms to a T to the right side of the room. Think about bumping this right hip forward to square it with the top of the mat. Inhale, take the arms back up overhead. Exhale, open twist to the left. Backstroke that left arm, open the arms to a T. Bump that left hip forward. Great. Inhale, take the arms back up overhead one more time. Exhale, let the arms fall behind the back. Interlace through the fingers. Inhale, straighten through the arms, chest expansion grip. With an exhale, hinging at the hips, take a fold with this grip, letting the arms fall overhead. Soft knees here. Great, take one more breath in. Exhale, soften into the elbows, release that grip, bring the hands down to the mat, and we'll take a step back to a plank. Great, right away in our plank here, let's lower that right knee to the ground, shift back and forward. So this left toe is tucked. We're getting a little wrist stretch and a little calf stretch at once. Two birds stoned at once, that's what they say. Great, for 3, for 2, and 1. We're gonna pivot on this right knee, turn that foot out to the right side. Roll to the inner arch of that left foot. Reach the left arm up, modified side plank. Great, with an inhale, stretch that left arm up along the ear, big side body stretch. Exhale, rise up, stack shoulders up over the hips. We're gonna flex this left foot, turn the toes up to the sky. Shift like someone's pulling on your left hand, and then hinging to bring the left hand to a block or to the ground to the inside of the left leg. Right arm reaches up. Gate pose. Okay, take one more breath in here. Exhale to stack back up, shoulders over hips. We're going to bring this right hand all the way back down to the mat and extend this left toes towards the back of the room. So we're lifting it off the ground. Okay. Bend into that left knee. We'll bring that left hand to the top of that foot. Great. Think about tucking the tailbone here and bringing this heel towards your butt as close as is comfortable for a little quad stretch. Great. Hold here for 3, for 2, 1. Release that grip. We'll pivot back to our tabletop position. Left hand comes down. Gently pivot on that right knee. Step back to your tabletop. Awesome. Inhale, reach the heart space forward. Exhale, tuck the toes. Get up and back, downward facing dog. Great. Inhale, take a slow walk to the top of the mat. We'll find that halfway lift position when we arrive. And exhale, fold. Great, one more time, inhale, find that halfway lift, nice long spine. Exhale, fold, keep that long spine as long as you can. And we'll plant the hands, step it back to your plank. And right away, left knee lowers this time. Keep those right toes tucked, shift forwards and backwards. For 3, for 2, and last one. Let's pivot this on this left knee, taking the left foot out to the side, roll to the inner arch of the right foot, right arm reaches up, modified side plank. With an inhale, right arm stretches up along the ear, big side body stretch. Exhale, bring it up, stack shoulders up over the hips. Flexing into this right foot, turn the toes up to the sky, shifting like someone's pulling on your right hand, and exhaling to hinge into your gate pose. Right hand comes to the inside of the right leg, to the ground or to a block. Great. Take one more breath in here. And exhale, bring it all the way back up, shoulders stack up over the hips. Left hand comes all the way back down to the ground, and we'll pick this right leg up, sending it towards the back of the room. Bend into this right knee. Right hand's going to capture the top of this foot. Once you're here, think about tucking the tailbone, lengthening, and bringing this right heel towards your butt. So we're trying to find lots of length in this hip flexor. Great for 3, for 2, and 1. Release the grip on that foot. Let's bring this right hand all the way back down to the mat. Gently pivot your way back to your tabletop. Lower that right knee to the ground. Awesome. Feel free to take a little bump side to side with the hips. And we'll gently shift forward so shoulders are past the wrists. Bend into the elbows, lower all the way to the ground. Great. Pressing into the tops of the feet here, squeeze the glutes, hands under the shoulders. With an inhale, reach the heart space forward, baby cobra. And we'll place the forearms on the ground, sphinx pose. Squeezing those shoulder blades together here, squeezing the glutes to protect the low back. And if this is uncomfortable in your low back, take a little walk forward with these forearms to find some space. Awesome. I like to take a little neck roll in my sphinx pose, knocking my right ear to right shoulder, rolling chin towards chest, and left ear to left shoulder. Great, let's take a little roll, couple little rolls here. And then gently bringing his head back to a neutral position. Awesome, let's lower all the way down to the ground. Make a little pillow with your forearms. They're gonna be parallel to the short edge of your mat. Awesome, we're gonna take this into a little half army crawl. So bending into the right knee, pull it up towards the right side body. Great, take a breath here, let the hips open. If you want a little bit more here, you can extend through this right leg. Oh, I'm trying to reach Alice's toes. I don't actually think you can see her. She's just out of frame. Let's gently pull this right leg back in. And take the left leg out. So pull that left knee up by the left side body. You can stay, take a couple breaths here, or you can extend through this left leg to take it a little deeper. Awesome. Let's rebend into this left knee. If it's straight, pull it back in. And bring those hands back under the shoulders. Tuck the toes and we'll press up to our tabletop. Exhale. And sit off to one side. Great. Let's bring these legs back in front of you. We're going to take them to a 90-90 position. So we'll take them a little wider than hip width distance. Hands come behind you. Wipe them over to the left side. Try to make a 90-90 with the legs. Actually, I'll turn this way so you can see me a little better. Awesome. Let's square the torso off over this left leg. And deer pose, hinging forward at the hips, taking a fold here. You can bring hands, you can bring blocks under your hands or under your forearms here if you like. This is a pose I prefer to pigeon, but if you prefer pigeon, you can very easily get there from here. Sending that back leg long. I like to tuck the toes, square the hips off with the mat, and settle into my pigeon. But I really do like deer pose better, so. Oh my gosh, we're in our last 5 minutes already. Let's take it over to the other side, walking yourself back up. Windshield wipe those legs all the way to the other side. I've got a cat obstacle here. Framing the torso up over the right leg this time. Nice flex into both of the feet here. As we exhale, hinging forward at the hips. Bringing blocks under your hands or forearms if you like, or take it down to the mat. Hello, Alice. Take one more breath here. And then we'll walk it back up. Awesome. We'll turn to face the front of our mat. And we're going to roll it down onto the back. Tuck the tailbone. Roll down one vertebrae at a time. Don't hit any cats on your way down. Awesome. Plant those feet a comfortable distance away. And the feet are going to be hip width distance and parallel. Oh, great. We're going to start by tucking the tailbone here. So feel that low back connect with the mat. Exhale, lifts the hips up towards the sky. We're going to take the hands behind the back here, interlace through the fingers. Find that chest expansion grip that we did earlier. And then sitting the butt down on the wrist, finding a little wrist compression here. I love this one. You can do a little butt wiggle, give those wrists a little massage. You take one more breath in. Exhale, lift the hips back up, undo those hands, and we'll lower the hips back down to the mat. And knees are going to come up towards the chest. Take them wide, hands come to the shins. You can take a little rock side to side here. Or you can take this into your full happy baby. Flexing the feet, showing the bottoms of them to the sky. Reaching up to grab a pant leg, big toes, or outer edges of the feet. All right, let's take 3 more breaths in that happy baby. Whenever you're ready, releasing the grip on those feet. We'll take them down to plant. And with an exhale, knock both knees over to the left side to finish off with a gentle twist. Try to keep both shoulders on the ground here. Arms can rest wherever they're comfortable. They can go to a T if you'd like. An option to take the gaze towards the right. Gently bring the head back to neutral. And with an exhale, wipe those legs all the way over to the right. And you can take the gaze over to the left. Only if this is comfortable for your neck. Whenever you're ready, you can bring those legs back to center and settle into your final position, your Shavasana. You could end the way we started, bottoms of the feet together, knees wide, a reclined Baddha Konasana. Or you can take feet the width of the mat, knock the knees together. You can also send the legs long if you like. Let the arms fall wherever they're comfortable. We'll take a couple breaths here to wrap up today. Letting each exhale sink your body into the mat a little more. And right on the dot, 7:30. Feel free to stay in your Shavasana a little bit longer if you like, but if you gotta get scooting, rolling the body off to whatever side feels more comfortable for you. You can use the opposite hand to press you up to a seat. And thank you for joining me today for our 30-minute beginner's flow. If you enjoyed this, please check out the link below for my Patreon. There's options on there to support the content I make on YouTube, or you can move with me a heck of a lot more. We do so many more classes over there with a little bit of a longer format than here. Every Thursday we do an all levels flow that's 45 minutes. And this week we have a special Halloween flow on Friday. We're going to do a slow flow, which will be a great time. There's options on there to join live or join via the recording after the class has happened. So the recorded only option is $8.50 Canadian, and you get access to every recorded class after the class happens, whereas the live alive tier for $12.50, you can join live and you get access to the recordings for $4 more. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Alice, you're so excited. Man, I feel like I only show you guys Alice, but I do have other cats. And there's finally one here. There we go. Focus on Sylvie in the corner. Oh, there we go. Sylvie, aren't you handsome? Look. He's like, why have I been awoken from my slumber? I am quite tired. Okay, Alice. Okay. Yes. I've been waiting all day for this. Oh, she's rumbling so much. She loves to be up. She actually doesn't love to be held, but she loves attention. Yeah, Sylvie, Alice. I feel like I never get to show anybody besides Alice here. Alice is just like glued to me everywhere I go. People always know that Alice is glued to my side. Nice little kind of Hollywood Undead jingle for you there. All right. I hope you guys have a great rest of your night. Please check out the Patreon below. It really supports everything that I do. Also, I don't think I've done a live stream since I finally touched up my split eye. I looked like a goblin here for the last few weeks. You couldn't tell where the split ended and where it began, and now we've got solid division once again. Alice is professional yoga cat. She really loves her Shavasana, lying on her back and stretching her arms up. Alrighty. Well, I'll see you guys next Monday, which will be, pop back a second, next Monday, which is also Thanksgiving Monday, but we're still gonna have class at 7 p.m. and we are going to do a Halloween theme. We're gonna start our Halloween theme, so spooky, scary spine will be our next 2 Mondays. And that'll be a great time. So subscribe so you don't miss a live stream class. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.